It literally felt like someone punched me in the face.
Everyone can dream. That's the easy part. But the hard part is that a dream can live in your head for years, a whole lifetime even. It becomes this fantasized version of the life you could have, and it stays that way, unless you act on it. So we moved to the other side of the world, to a beautiful, complicated city, to act on ours. Learning to sail so that one day we can live on a sailboat. This is the story of us trying to turn that dream into a life. The very beginning of it. And as we are about to find out, acting on a big dream is not so easy.
Today is the day I've been waiting for maybe years. I see a blue sky, I see some wind. Looks like pretty good conditions to me. I can't believe that today it's finally happening. Ali and I are getting ready to make our way to the waterfront, where we will get on a big sailboat with some other sailing enthusiasts down here in Cape Town. And I've been following their WhatsApp group chat for months, like weeks now, from Germany. Wishing I was already here and I could sign up for an afternoon of sailing with them. And now we were finally here and I could say, I'm in, guys. And I'm super excited.
Apart from a sailing trip to Australia over 10 years ago, this was the first time Ali and I set foot on a big sailboat. After dreaming about this moment for years, it felt surreal that it was finally happening. And we got to steer the boat, or take the helm, as real sailors say. Over the next weeks, we joined again and again, and learned about the workings of the boat, the wind, all while being surrounded by the most insanely beautiful scenery. After every outing, we learned something new about sailing, and we soaked it all up like hungry sponges. Our dream seemed underway.
We're back again. We were like way out there last Saturday. And we were the only inexperienced people on the boat. That was like a totally different sail. I think this time we really went sailing, and we even did our first tack ourselves. So it's not just distant dreaming anymore, it's really becoming reality now.
Both the beauty and challenge of sailing is that not everything is within your own control. You're at the mercy of the weather.
Beautiful weather today.
It's a good day for sailing, right?
You were ever curious about how a cloud tastes?
Tastes.
It's cotton candy.
We are rushing through Sea Point towards the water because we got a message that there's something really special over there.
On some days, Cape Town's unpredictable winds just died, and so did our learning. But on the stretches of time where we couldn't go sailing, the ocean was still pulling us in. There were whales passing by our neighborhood, and we were dying to go see them.
Do you see something?
I only see the boats and some seagulls so far. I think it's just waves more. They were traveling like down with us.
Next time.
Next time.
Lucky for us, we could join our sailing friends again the next day, and we would get a second chance at seeing them, this time from the water.
Well, we're going fast. We're going very quickly, yeah, 10 knots is a lot.
Oh! Yeah. Oh yeah, there he is.
It was a magical encounter that made us even more excited to one day live and travel on a boat and marvel at sea creatures like this as a way of life. But in order to get to that life, we still had our work cut out for us. Because apart from some terminology and basic activities on a boat, we still had no clue how to sail yet. That was about to change.
Today is the day I've been waiting for maybe years.
Yeah, pretty excited.
Because tonight we are starting our multiple day competent crew course. Which means at the end of this course, we will be, or supposed to be, competent crew. Meaning we can crew on a ship, we know what to do, we know how to move a boat from A to B without killing ourselves.
Hopefully.
Or wrecking the boat.
Hopefully.
And right now, yeah, I just can't really imagine that that's what we will be able to do very soon. The only issue is this is the forecast. Very windy. What does it actually say?
Wind gusts up to 45 kilometers per hour. That's fast.
We've never been out in such gusty conditions before. But our trainers assured us we are still gonna go, and if it's really bad, then they will just sail for us and we just kind of learn on the go. But what that's gonna look and feel like, I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Let's go.
Unknown to us as complete beginners, our first class was a true trial by fire. Being out there in 40 plus knots of wind felt both exhilarating and sometimes terrifying. We managed to perform our first sailing move, a tack, which means maneuvering the boat's nose through the wind. And we felt super proud to have learned how to change direction on a huge sailboat. We had already learned a lot from just one afternoon of sailing.
So I will call some points of sail, and you have to point to where the wind is coming from in that instance. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, the wind is coming from the starboard side, and we are sailing close hauled.
Alright, so I'm going this way.
But the confusing boat terms needed practicing at home to not be forgotten for day 2 of the course.
I guess technically you were right.
The next day, we left the harbor for our second class, again in very windy conditions. Under the pressure of the gusty weather, we learned a lot in a short amount of time, and we enjoyed this hands-on experience. Until things went wrong.
It's totally normal to get some cuts and bruises during sailing, and I definitely expected that. But what I didn't expect was getting hit in the head. I still have a little bit of a blue shade around my eye. Yeah, that was crazy. We had to leave the course early because I was hit by some crashing ropes in my face. It literally felt like someone punched me in the face, which never happened to me before. So I guess I know what that feels like now. Yeah, accidents happen, I guess.
but it did make us feel a little bit less safe on a boat. Yeah, as a result, we also haven't been able to join our sailing trip that would have happened this weekend, so 1 weekend later, where we would have the opportunity to sail up the coast and spend 2 nights on a big sailboat. But I still have headaches, neck pain, especially when I move a lot. So I'm resting and healing. It's just a big bummer, but at the same time, it's not going to stop us from continuing our dream of learning sailing and going out sailing.
Yeah, exactly. It's just completely different than we expected this week to go. You know,
Yeah.
you were like expecting to learn and then immediately able to get some miles in. But I mean, things don't always go as they are planned, right? It's also, I think, one of the reasons why we just don't plan that much.
Yeah, it was just a bit of a shocker that you have all these nice opportunities lined up and then all of a sudden you can't do them. But let's see. I will definitely recover from this, and then we'll get back on the horse and see, hopefully other opportunities arise for us. Right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty positive.
Good. Getting back on the horse proved harder than we thought. While we tried to make sense of what had happened, we had a falling out with our instructor over how to proceed. We never finished the course, and all of a sudden we were back at being near the water, but not sailing. Back to staring at boats in each of Cape Town's beautiful marinas, but not being on them. Honestly, not being able to move forward sucked. Sailors have a term for exactly this feeling: the doldrums. It refers to a band near the equator, known for light winds, calm seas, and driving sailors who get stuck there mad with inactivity. For us too, it felt like the wind had left our sails. No direction, no next point in sight. It was really disheartening to feel so stuck inside a frozen dream again. The hardest part of living your dream is when the obstacles just feel too big.
The first sail we're going to get out is our mainsail.
We try to keep our journey going by learning from videos, because no matter how far away your goal seems, there are always people on YouTube who can teach you something. We even went to one of Cape Town's most prestigious yacht clubs to crew on a free sailing race, but it was cancelled due to extreme winds. We drowned our disappointment in fries. Now we were slowly approaching a big problem. Our time in Cape Town was coming to an end. And with that, our window for learning sailing was slowly closing. I frantically looked for other sailing schools or instructors in the city, hoping we could book another class. Because the last thing I wanted was to leave South Africa on the painful note of getting injured. But at the same time, I did not seem to find any chance for us to get onto a sailboat again. But the thing about the doldrums is that while they're being famous for their calm, windless inactivity, it is also a very unpredictable stretch of water, to the point of sudden, violent thunderstorms that can build in a matter of minutes. So, out of nowhere, even in the doldrums, the wind might pick up again, and sailors find their relief. Then, just days before we left South Africa, one reply came. A sailing school an hour south of Cape Town offering us an afternoon on the water. I won't lie, the accident had left both of us quite afraid. stepping back onto a big sailboat, sitting under the same equipment that hurt me so badly last time. I was nervous, and it took courage to trust a new instructor. But in the calm waters of Falls Bay, with proper supervision, we practiced our maneuvers, and slowly some of the confidence came back.
You can go a bit more just for the video.
We are still a long way from our end goal, from being real sailors, from owning a boat of our own. But on this afternoon, the dream felt alive again. Because living your dream isn't having it, it's doing it, even when it feels almost impossible.
Also, if you're in Asia and you want to sail around, you need some crew. Shoot us a message.